How you doing today, folks? We're going to talk about ball position, okay? And the best and most consistent way to find your ball position with every club in your bag. One thing that you always want to remember is the ball position. It never changes despite what you've heard. What does change is the location of our right foot, okay? For all the different clubs in the bag, I'm going to start off with driver. The very first thing I do as I set up to aim down the fairway here is I align my club face, and then if you look, my feet start and they're pretty close together. So what I do with the driver is I take a little step with my left foot and I take a really big step with my right foot. Okay? That puts the driver in the right position to be hit off of a high tee with a nice ascending blow. If you notice here, the farther back my right foot is, the easier it is to kind of stay behind the ball and hit up on it, which is perfect for this big club and the ball sitting on a large tee. The next club from there, I've got my 7-iron, and it all starts the same way. First thing that you do is you align the club to the target with your feet together. And now what I do, I take the same step with my left foot. It's probably about 2 inches from its original position. And I take a slightly smaller step with my right foot. Okay, so just for the driver was out here, now the 7-iron is right here. And that's something that's really important to remember in ball position. The only thing that we really change is our right foot. The position of our left foot, the position of the ball in relation to my body doesn't move around that much. The next one here is I got my sand wedge, okay, and this is for a full swing sand wedge. Same thing, I align the club first, take a little step with my left, and now I take just a tiny step with my right, and that's right about where I want my ball position for a sand wedge. The other thing that you might do is for chipping. If you notice with chipping, same thing, I aim the club at the target, I do stand closer, the club is a little more upright, but now from here I take a little step with my left and really almost no step with my right. So the best way to remember all this is your driver is your biggest step. As the clubs get shorter, your steps are going to move in more and more and more and more. If you notice what that does to my body, it takes my spine tilt. With the driver, I've got the most tilt to the right, I'm the most behind it so I can hit up. And all the way from this is probably about where I am with a 7-iron. I'm almost level. And then by the time I get to my sand wedge, my right foot is very close. My weight is on my left side. And now my spine is almost leaning towards the target. So that's probably the best way to think about your ball position, the simplest way. All you do is change your right foot. Don't move the ball around from the front to the back to the middle. It's too confusing, and you're really messing around with the low point of your swing. Give that a shot and see if that doesn't help your ball striking.